Lincoln Lawyer is back, but the Lincoln is now a crime scene and the lawyer is the defendant. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 1. This episode opens immediately where we left off. Mickey is pulled over by a patrol officer for a missing license plate. Mickey, usually smooth and in control, is agitated because he knows his rights, but the officer is not listening. The tension spikes when the officer notices a dark fluid dripping from the trunk of the Lincoln Navigator. The trunk is popped. Inside is the brutalized body of Sam Scales. If you forget Sam Scales is the wheelchair bound conman and recurring client who has been a thorn in Mickey's side for seasons. Mickey is immediately handcuffed, slammed against the hood, and read his rights. The irony is palpable here because the man who used to navigate the law is now drowning in it. Okay, the booking process now. Showrunners, Dalian Rodriguez, makes a brilliant choice here to slow the pacing a little bit down. We spent a grueling amount of time watching Mickey get processed in the Twin Towers Correction Facility. The dehumanization is the point here. He's stripped, searched, fingerprinted, and thrown into a holding cell filled with people he might have once prosecuted or defended. For the first time, we see Mickey is not as the shark in the water. He is basically now the bait. He is targeted immediately by other inmates who recognize him, forcing him to pay maybe protection rent just to survive the night. Now we come to the outside. The Holder and Associates family is now in panic mode. Lorna, she is now a fully barred attorney registered in the bar. She is ready to storm the gates. She assumes she will be Mickey's lead counsel. Cisco, on the other hand, immediately suspects a frame up. He realizes the missing license plate was likely removed by the killer to force the traffic stop. On the other hand, Izzy is sidelined but is terrified because she is watching her mentor's mugshot splash across the news. Now we come to the arraignment, which is the climax of the episode. It's basically in the courtroom, which used to be Mickey's arena, but one that feels alien now from the defendant's table. The prosecution, led by a shark-like new adversary, likely the show's adaptation of Dana Berg, goes for the jugular. They paint Mickey as a desperate lawyer who killed a client over unpaid fees. Lorna steps up to represent him, but Mickey intervenes. In a moment of clarity, amidst this chaos, he realizes that this is a sophisticated frame up. So, if he lets anyone else drive, he basically loses. Now, the ending of this episode is it's actually solid, because when we come to the term pro se declaration, the judge asks for the defense plea and counsel. Mickey stands up. He thanks Lorna, but gently pushes her aside. He looks the judge in the eye and announces that he will be representing himself, or the pro se. This is basically important because Mickey knows that if he is the lawyer, he gets access to the law library, he gets specific privileges in jail, and most importantly, he can control the narrative without a middleman. He realizes that the frame-up is too clean. Someone knew his schedule, his car, and his relationship with the Scales. He now cannot trust the system. That's why he has to be now the system itself. The episode ends with a heavy metallic slam. Mickey is denied immediate bail, okay? Or maybe it is set exorbitantly high to be fought in episode 2. That's basically a spoiler. And he's led back to the cells. The final shot is Mickey Hollow in a jumpsuit looking through the narrow window of his cell. The Lincoln Lawyer now is the Jailhouse Lawyer. If you ask me now about the Sam Scales connection, well, the reveal that Sam Scales is the victim is considered as crucial because Sam Scales was a scammer who stole money from fake charities and probably Mickey. The motive is clear here. The prosecution has a built-in motive, money we're talking about. Mickey was broke, struggling in the past, and Scales owed him money. The reality is, Scales likely scammed the wrong person. I think it is either a mobster or a cartel affiliate. And that entity killed two birds with one stone. They silenced the conman and framed the lawyer who has been causing them trouble.